Today, I'm shooting a virtual tour for a real paid client and thought it'd be cool to bring you guys along. I've also discovered an awesome virtual tour software that I'm sure you've heard of. It's called MATTERPORT, and it used to be exclusive software only for those expensive MATTERPORT cameras, but recently they've opened it up for other point-and-shoot 360 cameras like the Insta360 1X and the Theta Z1. So today, I'll be putting it to the test on a real paid shoot. The client is F45, who are a major gym chain here in Australia, and I noticed they had a Sydney branch right around the corner from me. So I pitched them the idea via email and they said yes. It's only a small one-room business, as you can see, but I think a virtual tour is just the kind of marketing material they need, because from browsing through their Instagram, I had no idea what the space actually looked like. It was hard to tell from all of those fixed perspectives. So even though it's a physically small business, I want to help them display it in the best light possible and help get more customers through the door. And I know a virtual tour will be a great tool to help achieve that.
So F45, it's functional fitness. It's a really effective form of training. You come in, 45-minute session, everything's set up for you. You come in the door, we'll explain it, we'll demonstrate everything, we'll get you started with a warm-up, do a workout. You'll always get a different workout.
Okay, that's the sound of a shot being taken. Now let's edit, and the first thing I like about this workflow is when I was on set, I just hit the upload button within the app, and within the next few hours it processed in the cloud, it sent me an email saying it was ready, and here we go. It's F45 mascot ready to edit. So now let's take a look at the tour and the editing interface. So here we have it, we can go explore 3D space, and straight away it's connected all the photos together into our virtual tour. That first viewpoint was really cool. That's what we call a dollhouse, and yeah, it's exactly like a dollhouse. So this gives you an awesome 3D bird's eye viewpoint of the entire space that you can move around like this. It is very addictive, I have to warn you now. This is without a doubt one of the selling points of Matterport, is this unique viewpoint. It's not the only software that can do it, but no question it does one of the better renderings of the dollhouse. Now we just click to go back to the tour. So firstly, up the top left here, we're going to switch from viewing mode to editing mode. And this is it. This is the Matterport editor. I know you were probably thinking something super complex with hundreds of menus and buttons and options, but no, it's just what we've got on the right hand side here. This is so easy to use that I dare say a complete beginner could become a master at Matterport within an hour or two. Down the bottom left, we have our various viewpoints. We've got the dollhouse, we've got view mesh and view floor plan. The floor plan mode is a good way to get a sense of the space, so you can see exactly where you've taken your shots, and clearly I've got too many here, so I need to get rid of some of these. The reason I took so many was so I could get more detail within the 3D render, but I don't want my viewers to be taking like 15 steps around this location. I just want to give them 3 or 4 options max. So what I'm going to do is hover over a viewpoint and click hide, and this now removes these navigation points. I'm going to get rid of a few more, and now when I go back to preview mode, I've only got 3 options for places I can move. Now going back to the editor, again we can change our viewpoint at any point. Let's add us a start location, and I want to start at the front door. Front door is here, and I want to look into the gym from a zoomed out perspective. So I think this is good. I'm gonna click set. When someone opens this tour for the first time, it'll start with a dollhouse and then it will go into this perspective. Next, under 3D scans, we have a list of all of our photos. So I've got 13, as you can see here. If I wanna see one at any point, I just click on it and it'll take me to that scan. Next, you've got an option to take a screenshot. I don't really see why you'd need this, but there you go. You've got it if you want it. There's a tool here to measure things. So because it's capturing a 3D mesh, it's capturing depth information. So it knows exactly how far everything is away from everything else. Next are matter tags, and these are essentially graphics or text that we can add within the image to create hotspots, drawing the audience's attention to certain things. So say I want to add one to this bike. I'll go add, and now I'm going to place it here. I'm going to give it a title, bike, description. We can choose the color and the stem. This refers to how far this point is going to stick out from that object. Now when we go back into the viewer, when we hover over, there we go, we've got information about what it is. Then as you move around the tour, you can still see it there and hover over it. So now I'm going to add another one to the free weights over here, but this time I'm going to add a link to a photo. Here's a photo of some weights I found on Google. Now when I hover over the hotspot, there we go. We've got our title, our subtitle, and our photo. The next one down on the right hand side is our highlight reel, and this is essentially going to be the highlights of the space. So what are the best bits of your location? You'll want to add them here because these are going to be added to the carousel at the bottom that people will easily be able to click and navigate between. I'm going to start at these weights and go add view. Now I'm going to move over to something else important like these bikes, add view, and there it's added it to the bottom. One more, let's say these exercise balls here. Add view. Now we have a carousel down the bottom. You can add as many of these as you want. And not only are these simple highlights where it takes you to the photo, it positions you the way you want your viewers to be positioned, but you can also edit the transitions to then autoplay. So it will go from one photo to the other to the other. And I think this is going to blow your mind. So what I'm going to do is select walkthrough and make sure that's on each transition. There you can see the little man that's confirmed it. Now when I go back to my first photo, let's hit the play button and see what happens. So it automatically moves between the photos. Here's one I prepared earlier. Now finally on the right hand side we have a VR icon, and this is our VR path. So if people are looking at this in a headset, this is the path they can take. If I want to exclude certain hotspots, I can. It's easy. You just click them like that and click to re-add them. Up the top left, Matterport also offers different kinds of media. So here are our screenshots that we took earlier. If we want to access just one single photo, you can download these here and save to your computer. Also, this one is quite cool. These are automatically generated videos where it does an automatic animation that incorporates the dollhouse effect combined with the 360 photos. So it gives that really cool 3D aspect in a 13-second video. They are 480p for some reason, so don't set your hopes too high. Next, we can go to the details tab and add more information about the business that will be added to the virtual tour. So in the top left-hand corner here, we want some info to pop up. I'll put in their website and contact details. I'll put in their residential address and click save. Now when we go back to the tour, in the top left, there we go, we have the name of the business, the contact, and the address. We also have our viewpoints down the bottom left, and we have our carousel of highlights. This is essentially what it's going to look like when they embed it on their website. So viewers will have all of these options to click and navigate between the various viewpoints that we're offering here through Matterport. So I'm happy with this, so I'm going to make this space public. And you do that by clicking this button here. And now if I want to share this to my client, I click share. Firstly, I've got a link I can copy and paste in a new browser. And there it is. But also we've got the embed code here. So here is their homepage. And what they'll need to do is add a virtual tour section here that they can then embed the code, and it will show up in a window on the side. Now they do also give you the option to publish to Google Street View. However, you will need to pay an extra $20 or so per tour to do that. So overall, my experience using Matterport was a positive one, and I'm happy with the end result I got. The dollhouse feature and automatic fly-through is definitely the main unique selling point. Look, it's not the only software that can do photogrammetry and 3D renders like this, but it does the best job of all the platforms I've used so far. So if showing your location from this kind of perspective is something you see as adding massive value to your tours, then you should definitely consider Matterport. Now here are my top few pros and cons after using it on my very first paid job. The first con is that currently they don't offer manual uploads, which means you can't edit your shots, and you're also stuck using inbuilt HDR mode and can't use RAW or bracketing. I asked them about this and they said this should be changing soon, which is why I see this as more of a beginner software, because beginners don't care as much about shooting manually with RAW and bracketing and doing lots of editing. A pro is definitely the awesome dollhouse and fly-through feature. These things are seriously cool and gave my tour a production quality that I never imagined I could ever get. This effect blows my mind no matter how many times I watch it. A con is that it's iOS only, so when shooting, you'll need either an iPhone or an iPad. Again, this will probably change when they allow manual upload, since you'll be able to do it through the desktop software and not need a mobile app. A pro is the app is actually really good. Firstly, it's one of the only virtual tour softwares to actually have a mobile app. And secondly, the interface and ease of use is really good. What I most liked about it is that it fills in parts of the map as you shoot and gives you live feedback, so you can instantly see what areas of the location have been 3D mapped and which haven't. A con is that the software blurs the nadir. I guess since they don't yet allow manual editing, this is their solution for getting rid of the tripod. Not great, but also not entirely a deal breaker. A pro is that you can instantly connect and upload your tour before even leaving the location, so it's already processing in the cloud while you're on your way home. A con in my eyes is the pricing system, and while it's very reasonable to start with, just $9.99 a month, that allows you 5 active tours and that's it. You can't have 6, or you have to upgrade to the next subscription tier, which is $69 a month and allows you 25, which kind of doesn't make sense, because if you started 6 different accounts at $9.99 each, then you could get 30 tours for $60 a month. Anyway, to me, Matterport is clearly targeted at the real estate market, where you might list a house, the house gets sold, then you unpublish the tour to free up space. Not ideal, but real estate listings seem to be the target market for Matterport. And I've seen some really stunning real estate examples that to me make me want to say, shut up and take my money. And if your focus is solely shooting virtual tours for real estate, then I'd say you should seriously consider Matterport, since it's potentially the best platform for real estate virtual tours. For regular businesses like this one, where you want to host and keep your tours hosted there permanently, it's not necessarily the obvious choice, mostly because of the hosting issue. They seem to be updating their overall business model on a regular basis, so hopefully we see some improvements with the packaging. They do also have a free option where you can host one single tour on the platform, so I definitely encourage you to take them up on it, even if it's the only tour you use with Matterport, just so you can have some fun with some of the cool features you saw in this video. And if you want to get started making virtual tours for your own paid clients, but don't know where to get started, then today is your lucky day. All you need to do is go to the link below and check out my brand new course, Virtual Tour Pro. In it, I'll teach you all the best tips, tricks, and methods you can use to get started immediately with your very own virtual tour business. You'll learn the exact strategies I used to land my first, second, third, fourth, 5th, 10th, and 20th paid client. I'll let you in on a little secret. Right now, there are tons of businesses just like F45 who have big marketing budgets just sitting there, waiting to be spent on something. All you need to do is figure out how to get in front of ideal clients like these, and you can easily get paid for your virtual tours in no time. In the course, you'll learn how to attract your own clients like this. Then you get to steal my entire 360 workflow for creating professional virtual tours with a point and shoot 360 camera like I used here. So if you're ready to make the transition into doing what you love for a living, then click the link in the description and start your own professional 360 journey today. All right, that's it for today. Happy 360ing, and I'll talk to you soon.